to where's my good mic? There it is. There we go. My video. All right, here we are. Wodan's day, 4 o'clock. All right. The AC. Hello, friends and strangers. I hope everybody is doing well. Welcome to Wodan's day number 2. Today we are going over Thurisaz. Thurisaz being the rune of Thor, being a very potent and powerful rune. So the most commonly accepted translation for Thurisaz is Thurs or Thor. A Thurs in this case, think of Thursday but without the Thurs or without the day. Thurs are a reference to a very highly magical and usually monstrous being, like the Jotuns most commonly. In the Norse and Icelandic poems, Thurisaz is referenced regarding its dangers and in particularly its affliction to women, which in some interpretations try to connect it to the menstrual cycle. From the Norwegian poem, it states, "Thurs causes illness in women. Few rejoice at bad luck." And in the Icelandic, it says, "Thurs is the torment of women and the dweller in the rock cliff and the man of Vardruna," which Vardruna is a warding rune. And Thurisaz is probably the most prominent protective rune used in warnings. Right there on my screen is Thurisaz, the big one in the middle. The Anglo-Saxon, which came out during the Viking Age, the more recent interpretation states, refers to it as thorn, not thurs, and states, "Thorn is most sharp. For every thane who grasps it, it is harmful, exceeding cruel to every man who rests among them." A little bit different, and not specific towards women. And the general understanding of why is that this interpretation was being in the time period that it was, where Christianity was battling with paganism and trying to convert a lot of things. In order to convert the people, saying, "Oh yeah, you're saying it's this, but that's basically this." And in this case, they're saying it's a thorn. And if you look at the shape of it, it does kind of resemble the thorn on the side of a stem of a rose or something, and it's not too far off in a way. If you know any of the stories about Thor, he constantly was at battle with the Jotuns. He was the protector of man, pretty much the most popular Nordic god, because of his relationship to Midgard and his role as protector. So In all of the stories, though, there's a common element where Thor is essentially a nuisance and, you know, a thorn in the side of the Jotuns, as the saying would go. So there is that aspect, that connection to it as well. And also in many of the poems, a thorn is used as a means of casting rune spells, typically a sleep spell, or as the implement that did the actual physical carving of the rune into whatever the rune spell was being cast into. Thor. The connection to Thor. Personally, I don't see it the way that they describe in the historics. From all the poems, there is not so direct a connection. The connection is there in the Runa because Thurisaz is the Runa that bound with Thor and gave him this power. And we are going to go to that point in our journey today very shortly. But as far as the healing side goes, Thurisaz is very potent. It is commonly used for protection. It is also used for extraction. Think of it like a scalpel in the hands of a surgeon to cut away a tumor or something like that. This is how we use it energetically, is to focus and on a specific thing and cut away at that threat. Maeve, what are you doing? Sorry, cat's being a little, getting into something. But yes, so in healing, Thurisaz is used for extraction or for protection. Protection because in certain instances of maybe some really deep-rooted trauma, we know that going back through that memory, that incident again, can reignite a trauma in a person sometimes. So we want to protect them ahead of time, so that's not going to impact them in the same way. So when they go through the experience, they're able to heal it more effectively. In terms of using it as a warding stone, like on a warding stone or to ward in general, Thurisaz is insanely potent. It's often referred to as a hedge rune because of that flat side that you see, and then you know how it angles out like a thorn. When you're using it as a ward, you want to place it with the flat side towards what you're protecting, the pointy side outwards. And you can think of that as essentially, you know, building like a spiked barrier wall, spikes towards the enemy, flat side towards the civilians or whoever you're trying to protect, right? Kitty cats, behave. I'm doing a video. Sorry. So also, it can be used in weather work because of its connection to Thor, although I don't recommend that because like we're going through a lot of horrendous weather right now. Hurricane Helene and now Hurricane Milton. When you try to mess with something like that and you don't know what you're doing, you make it worse. So don't mess with weather. Stick to the healing, because when you're using these in the healing aspect for intentional healing, there is no wrong to do. There is no error that can be made in that regard, because your intention is helpful. It is to heal. It is to protect when we're using Thurisaz, or to extract the harm from the body of yourself or your subject if you're working with a client. So we have our grid updated with Thurisaz in the center, and we are going to take that trance journey. And just a reminder that I have not done this until I started this last week, going back this far, so I am very much looking forward to a lot of feedback on how vivid the experience is for you. It always varies person to person, even when we do the quantum trance journey in a healing journey and we go back in time within your own timeline. It's generally very vivid, but it still varies person to person. Here we are going outside of your personal timeline. We're going back 15,000 years in history through general genetic memory of the human race. So theoretically, it should still work, although it may not be as clear for you if you don't have lineage back then. Although most people should. If you have any kind of lineage to Europe, it should be fine, because Northern Europe is where we're going. All right, so let me get some trance music playing in the background. I want you to relax, get comfortable, to lay back in a chair. Be comfortable. Close your eyes. We are going to go back to the start with your happy healing space. Right? So close your eyes, get comfortable, relax, and let your mind carry you into your happy healing space, your personal healing space. And just relax. Breathe in deep and slow, crown to toe. That means you bring the breath in and carry it down into your belly. Nice and deep and slow. And let's do a body scan to help you relax. Starting from the crown down. Any tension that you feel, any uncomfortableness, I want you to push it down, starting from the crown, down, down, down. Down through your forehead, through your cheeks, through your jaw. Just relax, and let your body shift naturally into a state of comfort. And continue to scan down, 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 down through the neck, down through the shoulders, down, down, down. Just let your body shift and relax and become comfortable. And continue to scan down through your chest, down through your abdomen, down through your belly, down, down, down. Let your hips and legs shift and get comfortable. Push away any stress, any aches, down through the legs. down through the knees, through the calves, and out through your feet. Down, down, down. And as you relax in your happy healing space, a door appears out of the ground. Several runes carved upon it. When you open that door, it leads you into the void of potential. This is a void, not of darkness, not of light. This is a void of potential. And as you float in this void, we're going to call up and we're going to fill that void with ancient northern Europe in the foothills at the mountains. Midst of a small tribe of Stone Age peoples, living mostly in huts, tents of hide and bone. If you recall from the last visit here, when we had Wodan hanging on the tree, he was there because he was defeated in combat by his son. As we arrive in the midst of this small tribe, we find Wodan heading into a large tent at the back, following him in. Thereupon, grown bone and wood and hide, sits his son. Wodan's appearance catches him off guard. Thinking him dead. And yet here he is, more potent and stronger than before. Wodan leaps at Thor because he goes for a weapon, a spear. And the two struggle and wrestle. And despite the stronger, more youthful build of Thor, Wodan overcomes him and knocks him down. And Thor, afraid for his life now, pleads, I only wanted to protect. But Wodan doesn't harm him. He grasps him. He tells him, call its name, call its name. And Wodan presses him Call its name. Its power is yours. Thor is confused and shook. He does not understand what is going on. And then there it is. A light that coalesces before Thor's eyes, small and faint. And as he witnesses this light, Wodan again presses him. Call its name, call its name. Its power will be yours. And Wodan speaks, it does not give me a name to call. Thor speaks. It does not give me a name to call. And the light grows dimmer. But Wodan presses him further. Name it then. Give it a name. Claim it. Thor stares into that light, unblinking, swirling before him. And he names it Thurisaz. 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 And the light enters Thor, comes with. He stands up, looking at Wodan with a nod. On Zeus, I know you. Let the memory fade back, fade away, bring you back to the void of potential. Continue to focus on your breathing. Deep and slow, crown to toe. Open your mind, open your heart. The energy of Thurisaz at its most basic level is to protect. Whether it's by cutting out the threat, such as we discussed, or warding around what we wish to protect. Thurisaz is about proaction, not idle protection, but active protection. It is the sword of the warrior, along with a shield. To use Thurisaz, think of what you hold most dear. That which you would lay your own life down to protect. But open your mind and think outside the box in ways that would protect them. How healing wounds and becoming whole can be a form of protection. And call on Thurisaz. 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 What threatens you that you need help with? Thurisaz, Thurisaz, Thurisaz. What threatens those you love that you need help with? Thurisaz, Thurisaz, Thurisaz. Thurisaz, Thurisaz, Thurisaz. Thurisaz, Thurisaz, Thurisaz. Now leave that void of potential, returning back to your happy healing space. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms and legs. And slowly come back to the present time, feeling safer, stronger, and more secure. Now that the energy of Thurisaz aids you, thank you for your time today. Next week we shall go over Urus and learn how not all of the Runa bonded with people. Some bonded with animals. Behu Unil Dagaz, my friends. Stay blessed. And I'll see you next week.